welcome back to another video. I've got another exciting video coming for you today, but before we get into this video, make sure if you haven't already that you've got your notification bell switched on, because if you want to see all of my videos then that needs to be on, otherwise you might not get them in your subscription box. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscription box as well. There's plenty of interesting content to come for this year, and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I love to hear what you guys have got to say, but let's just jump straight into this video. So today we're going to be doing the best makeup of 2018. I have got some other best videos coming up, including best beauty, but I wanted to do makeup in a separate video just because there's that much of it for me to get through. So I'm going to do this in the order that I apply makeup to my face and discuss what I liked about them, why I think they're so good, and why I think they're the best products of 2018. Let's get started with primer. So the primer that I want to talk about is this. It's amazing. You've probably heard other people raving on about this, and this is the JONE Jelly Pack. Absolutely incredible, quite pricey. It's priced at about £46 I believe, so it is expensive. You get 50ml, but I tell you what, it's like super glue for your face. If you want your makeup to stick on all day and not budge, this is the product for you. It is amazing. It's got a very, very unique texture. This is the white jelly pack. I think they do a red one and a black one and a few different others. Let's see if you can see. So see how it almost looks like glue, and it's very tacky when you blend it out. It's almost like it puts sort of a film onto the skin. My makeup doesn't budge when I'm using this. It's absolutely incredible. It's also very multitasking because you can use this as part of your skincare routine, or you can use it as a mask I believe as well. It's Korean skincare, and you know, the Koreans have got it going on. They know how to do skincare, and they've definitely aced it with this because it's insane. You literally need a tiny amount. You blend it out into, obviously, onto your skin, and then apply your makeup. You're ready to go. It's not going to budge all day. I've literally, since I've started using this, I don't need to powder, I don't need to top up. I'm blown away by it. For £46, I've got to say this one's definitely worth it, and I'm pretty sure this is one of Nikki Tutorial's favourite primers as well, so Nikki knows what's going on. If she loves this, she's got to be right, you know. Then moving along to brow products. Now I've got the new brow pomade from Revolution Pro. This brand did launch this year, and I must say they've impressed me quite a lot. They give really good quality products for such a budget price. It's part of the Revolution Beauty umbrella, as you may or may not know. They do very similar products that they used to do in the Freedom collection, but they've since changed the name to Revolution Pro. And I love this pomade. I used to use the Freedom one, now I've moved on to this. I use the shade Ash Brown. It's very, very good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and I absolutely swear by this. This is probably the only brow product I use. I believe it's £6, so you cannot fall off for the price, and it's just such a really good brow product. I love it. Then moving along, my brow routine would not be complete without this, and BROWCOTE. They're from the family that created Lip Coat. It's absolutely incredible, and it literally just sets my eyebrows in place all day. It seals them in, they don't budge, they don't move, and I swear by it. It was a holiday essential for me. It's been an all-round year essential for me, and it's something that I can see myself continuing to use into 2019 because it's just such... It's an amazing product. It really is an amazing product. Then, being trained in the way I've been trained as a makeup artist, I always move on to do my eyes before I do my base. You might do it the other way around, but that's just the way I was trained, so you sort of stick to habits, you know, old habits die hard sort of thing. So I always move on to eyeshadow next. I've got two palettes that have really stuck out for me that I really want to talk to you about, which was sort of my love at the beginning of the year, was the Revolution Pro Regeneration Trends Mischief Matte palette. This palette, let me tell you something about this palette. For a start, this shade selection for a drugstore palette, can I just say that is pretty impressive. You've got orange, yellows, reds, blues, purples, honestly greens, pinks. There's literally basically every colour you would need in the rainbow. What more do you want? The payoff on this for the price point is pretty impressive. I'll just swatch a few shades for you. I mean, you never get a straight swatch, I don't think, with mattes, but this is an impressive palette. If you've been watching my channel all year, you'll probably notice that this has been featured in quite a lot of tutorials. It's been featured in my down bag quite a lot because I've used it on myself, and I do just absolutely love the palette for the price, the quality, and just for the shade selection. I think for a colourful palette, if you're on a budget, then this is definitely the one for you. Then moving on to something a little bit more high-end, I still think This is budget friendly, but for different reasons, because you're getting such a massive shade selection for the price. This is the Morphe James Charles palette, or the James Charles Morphe palette. Oh my god, I love this. I've got it on today. I've just used the shade Skip. I've just done a little, sort of based on the Kylie Jenner yellow eye look, just the inner corner, and I am obsessed. This is great for all you girls that love neutrals but also love a bit of colour in your life. It's £39. You're getting 39 shades. You're getting your bigger pans, your smaller pans, your neutrals, your bright colours. I mean, what more do you want in your life? I literally, honestly, this has been a big winner for me. I've actually decluttered quite a lot of palettes out of my collection because I just don't feel like I need them anymore. I've kept a few because of travel reasons. The only thing with this is you can't help it because of the amount of shades and things you're getting for your money, but it's a bit chunky for travel, that's the only thing. But I love it. I think it's amazing. The quality of the shadows is really, really something spectacular. You've got your shimmers. I'll do a few random swatches to show you. That is quite impressive, isn't it? That's one dip swatch. It is. They really are something else. They're amazing. I love it. It's to be quite honest, it's gonna be one of my favourite palettes for the foreseeable future, just because of the fact that you're getting such good value for money. I also think this is great for, I think it's great for your average makeup user or someone who's very, very into makeup, but it's also great for makeup artists because I think this would be an amazing one to keep in my kit. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. Then moving on to, sticking with the eyeshadow theme, but moving on to a few liquid eyeshadows. I literally have fell in love with these two formulas this year and they've really, really impressed me. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Barry, I think these are called holographic eyeshadow toppers. I've got them in 3 shades. I don't think there's a massive shade range. I think they might only do 4 or 5 shades. These really are something special because they've got sort of a colour shift to them. So I've got Supernova, Luna and Stardust. I'll swatch these and show you. Like, looking at my hand, they don't look very special, but when you put these on an eye, like a blue eye look, I've seen, if you check out Mum Mitchell, he's done quite a lot of eye looks using these, and honestly they just, that shift in the light just creates something really, really special. And for the price that you pay for them, I literally, this one, which is, this was my favourite, Supernova, I really need to repurchase this because honestly, oh my god, it's incredible. I absolutely love it. Then moving on to another formula, which is a really good dupe for the Stila Magnificent Metals, or whatever they're called. £15 each, these ones. They're a little bit more expensive, but I tell you what, these PIXI Fairy Lights are very, very special. So there's 5 shades in their range. There's a really nice range of shades, and these are just special. Really nice if you're doing like a cut crease. There's a topper. I'm so shit swatches. The applicator is lovely. They're just a nice formula. They dry down, they don't flake, they don't budge. They're just really, really, really pretty. These are a little bit more like neutral shades than I think what they do. I think they do a bit of a wider shade range in the steel ones, but these are a little bit more natural. But look at that glittery goodness. How stunning are they? The reflection on the eye is so pretty, either as the inner corner or on the cut crease. Honestly, these are pretty special. I absolutely love these. Really impressed with them. I just want to quickly mention this product. Now, it is a concealer. The only reason I want to mention this is because I use this particular concealer as an eyeshadow base, because I was always taught when I did my course to use concealers as eyeshadow bases, just because I feel like they help the eyeshadow stick better, and I've stuck to that, and to be quite honest, it does work for me. The Nip Fab concealer, I absolutely love this. I use the lighter shade, which is 05. I want to say, if you want to use this as normal concealer, these do oxidise quite a lot. They do shift colour and they can go a little bit orangey, but for an eyeshadow primer, they're absolutely amazing, especially if you do the technique where you carve out your brows and you pat, pat, pat on the lid. It's a really nice formula. They've got this brush on applicator. They're quite a reasonable price as well, but it just smooths out the eye area and makes it perfect for priming the lid for eyeshadow application, and for that reason I've really, really loved this year. And I actually discovered this through Twitter. There was a girl who had posted like a picture of obviously the blank eye, and she'd used this as the base just to cut, and it just looked so like satisfying that I needed to try it, and I must admit I've not been disappointed with it. Then moving along to eyeliner pencils. PIXI are incredible. They do a massive range of shades. I believe they're about £12 each. I've got a few different ones here. They're super creamy, they don't budge, and they just look stunning. They look absolutely stunning placed in the waterline. I've got this purpley one on today. There's a bright cobalty blue, which is absolutely incredible. Rose gold. The colour payoff on these is just really, really intense. This blue looks unbelievable, and this purple, it just makes the eye pop. They're super creamy. They literally stay in your waterline. They don't budge. There's a yellow one that I use all the time as well, and I just really, really love this formula. And to be quite honest, I do actually want to get more colours, more of the bright colours, just because these tend to be the only eye pencils that I actually use. Then last product for the eyes, moving on to mascara. This was a pretty recent discovery for me, but I must admit it's really impressed me. Makeup Infinity Lashes, or Infinite Lashes. It's their new mascara launch. I actually really like this. It has got a plasticky wand, but there's just something about it where it separates lashes, it lengthens them, it makes them look fuller. It doesn't give you that clumpy look, it doesn't give you that sort of like really thick lashes, but there's just, it just lengthens them and separates them and just makes them look, I don't know, there's just something about it, and it's great on your bottom lashes. It's not too liquidy, it doesn't dry out too quick. It's just a really nice mascara formula, and I was really, really impressed with it. Then moving on to foundations. The first one I want to talk about, funnily enough, they are both Revolution, but I actually want to talk about the Revolution Conceal and Define. I've got this on today. This is their full coverage foundation. I bought it in F6. I think I maybe should have gone for 6.5. Just because I like to go slightly darker than my natural colour, and this is very like matches to me. So some people have been saying, oh, you look a bit light on camera, but it's not. It's because I've actually bought, this sounds horrible, but there's a lot of people who buy foundation shades like 5 times too like dark for them, where I've actually bought a foundation that is like my exact match. So that's why I think I look a bit washed out, but it's not. It's just because it's the right colour for me. When I go to repurchase it, I will go for the slightly darker one, but I'm still going to use this up because it's not like it's like majorly light for me. I love this. I've got to admit, the first time I used it, I hated it. I thought it made my pores look big. It just wasn't sitting properly on my skin. I don't know what it was, but I think it was the primer that I'd used. It just didn't look right. And I have since discovered with this sits better at, because it's a matte foundation, it does sit better with a matte primer rather than, I think I tried to use like the PIXI Glow primer, which is an amazing primer, but not with this foundation. This needs a matte primer underneath. If you don't like matte foundations, you're probably not gonna like this, but if you want something that's not gonna budge, it's gonna stay on, it's really, really full coverage, and it does cover. I mean, I'm suffering quite a lot in this area at the moment. You can't even see, I suffer with redness. It literally, as you can see, covers everything. For the price, I think is, or don't quote me on the price, I know it's quite cheap, I think it's under £10, but for the price you literally just cannot fall off. The one thing I will say, I don't like the doe foot applicator. I'm not a big fan of this. I am a little bit of a, oh, what if about the bacteria, especially when I'm quite like myself, I do suffer with spots. That's the only thing that throws me a little bit, and I do find it that you have to take this plunger out when you're starting to get to the bottom to try and get the rest of the foundation out. But apart from that, I've got to admit, this is a win-win-win for me. I really love it. I fell in love with this year is the Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick. Do you know what? Funnily enough, first time I used this, I absolutely hated it. I didn't like it. I just found my skin looked very oily. But again, I don't think this works particularly well with a shiny glowy primer. It works better with a sort of matte primer. But if you want something for every day, it's £5, quick and easy, literally that's it, ready to go. You get a decent amount of product. These have lasted me quite a while. I use a mixture of F9 and F6. I definitely could do with, I think I'm about F6.5 or F7. So when I repurchase this again, I won't be buying 2. I'll just figure out which one's like more of a match for me. and I must admit this was my go-to on holiday because it's super easy, it powders down really well, it wears well, it doesn't wear quite as long as I would like it to, doesn't wear as long as the other one, but for everyday wear I think this is a really nice one. It's not something I would wear necessarily if I was going out somewhere, I was going on a night out, but for like day-to-day wear this is perfect for the money. You really just cannot fall off. But moving on to powder, because I then set my face after I've done all that. I love this Glow and Ray Luminescent powder. This is the Set-In Press powder. You can tell I love this. Look at the state of this. This is amazing. They're quite a small brand. They do some really lovely lipsticks as well, but this is amazing. It's not... I'll have to check what price it is. I don't think it's sort of like high street, but it's well worth the money. The only thing with this is it does have flashback. So if you're going on a night out, be very wary if you're wanting your picture taken, because it does have flashback, because I think it's got like the glittery particles in it. But it just does something to my skin. It makes my skin glowy. I just really love this product. Then moving along to I've fallen in love with the Protocol Baked Mineral Shimmer in Apricot Swirl. Now if you haven't heard of Protocol, again they're quite a small brand. They do a lot of like mineral cosmetics and skincare, that sort of thing, and this is special. It really is. These again aren't particularly cheap, but I tell you what, they are super pretty. Look how stunning that is. You get the pink with the gold shift. It's really pretty. This is literally the only blush that I've used all year round, apart from I think I tried a couple of others, but this has been like my go-to blush all year. Absolutely love this. Then moving on to bronzers, I have loved the Benefit Hoola, but again it's nothing really particularly new for 2018, so I wanted to talk about something that I've like fallen in love with that's new to me. So this is the Protocol Baked Mineral Shimmer in Ginger Splash. So this is a more bronzy version of what I've just showed you, and I like to use this as a bronzer sort of topper. So you put this on top of your bronzer to give you that bronzed shimmer, that, you know, like bronzed goddess glow. This is incredible. They do it in a darker shade if you've got a slightly darker skin tone. I have both, but honestly this just makes you look, oh my god, sun-kissed. It's incredible. These two are holy grail for me now. Like, I absolutely love them. I use them every day in my routine. Incredible. So moving on to two of my possibly favourite categories of best beauty for 2018, and number one is lashes. I absolutely love lashes. My favourite brand of the year has to go to Doll Beauty. I literally live for Doll Beauty lashes. If you've not tried them yet, you're missing a trick. They're absolutely incredible. They do some amazing cruelty-free mink lashes, and they just come in some beautiful styles. I wear them all the time. You can wear them up to 20 times. They're about £10 each. You can get them in Topshop. These are what you need in your life. They're incredible. Then my favourite category for this year is, and Doll Beauty Ding 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 is a winner again. The one that's launched this year is the Pretty Little Glow. Absolutely stunning. This is a lovely sort of rose gold highlight. I'll swatch these for you. Oh my god, I've got it on my face today. Look at that glow. Then you've also got the Like a Diamond, which is more of like a cool tone highlight. And last but not least, my favourite, which I do need another one. You want to see the state of this. I don't tip it, it's smashed everywhere. They are very fragile, that's the only downfall to them. But boy, oh boy, are these pretty. So yeah, love these through and through. Then moving on to a few lip products. Now the first one I want to talk about is a gloss, and this is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss. You guys will know if you've been watching me for long enough, I ain't no gloss girl. I don't do winds blowing, gloss across my lips, making my hair stick to it. Nah, not for me. I love this. There's just something about this that is just so pretty, and when this runs out, I can't wait to go and buy a full size. I've only got the mini. It's the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Tres Leche. Oh my god. It smells incredible. It's this sort of, oh, it's not gloopy, but it just gives this intense colour payoff, but it's that perfect nude, and it's just the right amount of gloss, and there's just something about it that I absolutely love, and it actually makes me want to try more of the Intense Butter Glosses. Then moving on to a liquid lip, and I have always loved these for a long time, but the introduction of some new colours this year has just brought it back home for me. I'm currently wearing one at the moment, and if you haven't guessed it yet, the PIXI Matte Last Liquid Lipsticks. These are incredible. They're such a great formula. They don't cake. They've got nourishing oils in there, so they don't dry your lips out. They don't flake. They don't bunch up. They just give this intense matte colour payoff that is just, it lasts and lasts, and honestly, they blow me away, they really do. I'll show you a few. There's 11 shades in the collection now. They do quite a wide range. They do from nude, they do pinks, they do reds now as well, which I've got a couple here. This is the one I wore in my Boxing Day sale haul videos. This is the real red. Then I've got the orange red, I believe. Can't wait to wear that one, I haven't worn that yet. And then I've got Really Rose, which is one of my favourite nudes from them. These are £16 each. They're quite pricey, but I tell you what, they're worth every penny. I'd give my mum some of these, and she keeps saying to me, have you got any more? Because she literally wears them day in, day out. Honestly, if you were looking for that perfect matte formula, this is the one for you. It's something special, it really is. And last but not least, in terms of lips, I've got a little bit of a random one, but I really needed to talk about this because I've literally fallen in love with it. This is the HEMPZ Pure Herbal Extracts Lips Ultra Moisturising Herbal Lip Balm, and this has got hemp seed oil in it. Oh my god, this has literally like changed the game for me. I've always sort of like been a bit like, yeah, my lips are dry, should I put a lip balm on? And I've never really found, I hate that greasy feeling. I've never really found that sort of lip balm that I fell in love with, and I love the feeling of this because it's almost a bit like a gloss. It's got a very like coconutty oil feel to it, but not as oily, but it's like a cross between that and a gloss, which sounds bizarre, but my lips have never been so nourished in their life with this. This has been a saviour for when I've been wearing matte lipsticks. It was a saviour on holiday because the sun tends to dry your skin out. I literally, honestly could not rave on about a lip balm more. It's been in favourites videos. It'd be when I'm going to do my winter beauty essentials, this will be in there, because honestly this has saved my life and it makes me want to try out more HEMPZ products. Again, I think these are a little bit of a smaller brand, but I definitely recommend checking this one out, especially if you're having problems with your lips being dry. It's well worth the money, it really is. So guys, that is it. That is my beauty favourites for 2018. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'd love to know what your beauty favourites are. Let me know down below. Is there any particular product you've been loving this year? That'd be, you know, really nice for me to know, because actually I'm looking for suggestions. I'm always up for trying new makeup out. If there's something you think I've missed out on that I've not tried, let me know down below. I'd love to know more. And I want to see you give me a thumbs up. And I want to see you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I want to see you in my next video, so make sure you're watching. And I shall see you in the next one. Mwah, guys, thanks for watching.